Scoodly doodly doo, it's time for another Welch review. Scoodly doodly doo doo.
So welcome to the Welch review. Today we're going to be talking about a little-known movie, little-known gem called Cherry Falls. It's an exciting time about getting murdered if you don't lose your virginity. So, Steph, who's in this interesting film?
So the cast includes Brittany Murphy as Jody Market, Jay Moore as Leonard Marlston, Michael Bain, or Kyle Reese as people typically know him, as Sheriff Brent Markin, Jesse Bradford as Rod, Candy Clark as Marge Markin, Amanda Anka as Deputy Mina, Joe Insco as Tom Sizzler, and Gabriel Mann as Kenny. It was directed by Geoffrey Wright and written by Ken Sheldon. And, it's definitely a hidden gem. This film did not receive a theatrical release. And really it should have, because it transformed, well, not necessarily transformed, but it took the trope of like, oh, the virgin always lives, and was like, nope,
virgin always dies.
And basically what's going on in this small town is somebody is murdering high school students if he believes that they are virgins.
If they believe that they're virgins.
Is that wrong? Yeah, you're right. You're
Well,
right.
we're not giving away gender. What's the matter with you, Steph?
Oh, sorry.
It's
yeah,
a fucking horror movie.
If they believe that the people they're murdering are genders, my apologies.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, I'm not in the pros.
Yeah.
So that's what's going. So this serial killer comes to town and is just killing virgins.
Yeah.
Right. So. He even goes as far as like carving the word virgin.
There you go again with the he shit.
The killer. I shouldn't say that. The killer is carving the term virgin into the victim's legs, and that's like his call sign.
What is with you today?
Did I say his again?
Yeah.
Damn it! That's the killer's call sign.
I mean, okay, so this isn't like a gender normative thing. This is just like, I don't want you to know that he is. Dang it! I'm just kidding. That the killer's
this
gender.
is someone.
Yeah, like kill's part of the fun. Kill's part of the fun.
I'm sorry.
And you ruined it. But now that we got that out of the way, he is the killer. We're not going to tell you who he is, but he is an asshole. And also, so is the rest of the cast. Basically, everybody who isn't the main character is just a bad person in this movie.
Yeah. Quite literally, the whole town, all full of jerks. You kind of don't feel bad that any of them get murdered.
No, not really. Except for, like, the first two people. Except for the dude. The dude can die.
Yeah.
The chick, like, eh. Like, I guess all that I'm saying is we don't know enough about them to really judge to say that they could die.
But based on, like, what they presented, like, the typical teen, like, oh, hey, we should have sex, and I'm not ready, then pushy boyfriend, and it's like, yo, man,
yeah,
stop being a tool. I feel slightly okay with you dying, because you were a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of how you feel about the other people when their time comes. There are some really interesting kills in this movie, and I definitely think, like, when the plot unravels, you're like, oh, that seems like a perfectly good reason to do what you are doing.
Yeah, so anyways, we forgot to talk about the plot. Or maybe we didn't forget. Maybe we were just having fun. So, the movie opens up with this couple at, like, a real typical, like, hookup spot. They're, like, in front of a lake. And they're going at it, and then this lady shows up behind them, or he shows up behind them, dressed as a lady, and is like, hey, you're all gonna die. And then he murders both of them and carves the word virgin into their legs, because they hadn't quite done the deed yet.
It was a side note. Some crazy shit? How, who's the lady? The woman who wrote Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
You know how she came out and said a whole bunch of crazy shit about, like,
the trans
women? Okay,
yeah,
so
she's a crappy person.
She is. So, you know how in this movie the killer masquerades as a woman to kill people?
Killer's trans.
She's writing a book about a dude who dressed up as a chick to commit murder.
Oh, damn.
So it's just like
So she's
literally
ripping off the plot.
ripping off the plot of this movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dressed to Kill with
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
So,
But anyhow, sorry.
this movie is just, it isn't about transphobia. Like, the character has a reason to be dressing up like the person who
Yeah.
he's dressing up as. But you have to watch to find out why. So anyways, our main character is a girl who goes to the same school as the two kids who got killed. And basically she hears all about it. Her dad's the sheriff. There's some, not sheriff, chief.
No, he's a sheriff.
He's a sheriff.
He's a sheriff of the town. He's lived there. He was a football star there. Her mom's a little bit of an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like the typical, I peaked in high school, and now I drink.
And hit on high schoolers sometimes.
Yeah, and
It's
like
just creepy.
everyone in the high school seems like they're definitely a small rural community.
Yeah.
And there seems to be like the English teacher's pretty cool. The principal's a bit of a a dipstick.
Yeah.
There's this dude who like runs a gossip column. Yeah, I don't know.
He seems fine.
He seems fine. He's probably the only real person other than the main character, Brittany
Who's
Snow
like,
plays.
okay. Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of emphasis on the pressure to have sex, right?
Yeah.
And like, the whole kind of like, oh, I don't want my parents to know, and you're scared about it. And then like, once the sheriff finds out like, oh, he's targeting virgins, there's like a town hall meeting, and he's like, yo, kids need to hump or they're gonna die.
Yeah.
And then the kids find out about it, and then they're all like, yeah, okay, cool, inhibitions to the wind, right?
No,
Like,
they're not like that. They're like, orgy. Tonight.
that's inhibitions to the wind.
Yeah, I
They're
know,
they're
but
gonna-
it's not as exciting as just saying orgy.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Orgy tonight, death orgy.
Yeah. and
Do it or die.
Basically, that doesn't always go great, though, and a lot of them almost die.
Yep. Most of them do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that one scene where they're all like going down the stairs
Yeah,
and the
they-
fucking killer's just they're just
Yeah.
slashing.
There's like 40 like seniors that just get like pig piled trying to go down a hallway running away from the killer, and like all the ones in the back are getting stabbed and all the ones in the front are getting crushed by the weight of the other seniors. So yeah, lot of high school death in this movie, and
Michael Bain, right, as the sheriff, he does a really good job playing a jerk.
he does a good job playing a jerk, but all of his interactions with who's supposed to be his daughter are like awkward.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
there-
good point.
There's this one scene where he's like showing her how to do like a throw move, and he just like does the standard like lands on top of the girl thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, this is really kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Well, but it only gets worse, as you go. You know what I mean? Like, it only gets worse. Brittany Snow, I think, does a good job of evoking horror, like, in her face.
Oh, is that the
being
main
terrified.
character? Yeah, I think she does a great job.
And then, like, in terms of, like, the pushy boyfriend dealing with that, and then turning the tables around to being like, hey, you said you wanted this, like, let's... she does a good job of acting. She's probably the best performance.
Was that your like come on voice?
I guess
right there?
I don't know, man.
That
I'm not
hurt
that
my heart.
smooth.
I'm just kidding.
The point being, Brittany Murphy's really good. Yeah. But definitely you're a fan of slasher films. You're a fan of, kind of campy movies. Then this is for you. It's really good. Halloween's around the corner. I would definitely encourage you to pick it up.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's a good time. Definitely it has some weird quirks and isn't always... It's not necessarily the best movie in the world. Like, it's no Us or anything, but it's still good. Still a good quality film, especially as a 90s action... Or, not action movie, horror movie. Has a lot of, like, Scream
Elements,
kind of vibes. But, yeah, check it out.
It's worth your time. Until next time, this has been the Welch Review.
Bye.
Stay gold.